Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jay, and today we are back in Bumi Reptile Sanctuary for our final episode. What we're going to be doing today is a little bit new to me. We're going through an actual live view of the park, so as I'm speaking, whatever you see on screen is actually happening, which is a little bit new for me, so do bear with me as we go along. I have had to reduce the quality a little bit of the game itself down to medium from my usual high, because my laptop probably can't handle it and the frame rate is a little bit choppy, so we're going to try our best to kind of maintain the frame rate while still giving you a decent view of what the park is like at the moment. I think what I'm going to be doing is going into Tegit Cam, which if you don't know is a little cheat within Planet Zoo that if you name a staff member Tegit Cam, it'll allow you to go into a sort of first-person mode and explore the park. And for now I will keep the game paused just because it is, like I said, the frame rate would completely tank if it wasn't, so yeah, let's get into it and let's explore Bumi Reptile Sanctuary, which is now finished. And yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? The fact that I've actually finished the park. Yeah, so this game, this particular park has been such a labour of love, and I've really enjoyed building in it. So yeah, let's get going. Okay, I'm in Tegit Cam now. Let's just zoom right back over to the start point. So just right back over to the entrance. Again, do bear with me, this is something I'm relatively new to. And yeah, okay, so starting off, we enter the park over this little bridge, and you'll be able to see the first of our waterways, which is this river down here. And you'll also be able to see the first of our animals, which are the flamingos right here to our right. They're a little bit overpopulated, I might say. We have a lot of flamingos. They just don't stop giving birth, to be honest, and I don't know what to do about it, but once, you know, this map's going to be available in the workshop now for you to download, so you guys, if you play the park, you might want to do something about the flamingo overpopulation problem, because there's a lot of them in there. And as you enter into our main plaza, just where you can get some food, you can chill, there's some benches, and this nice little canopy structure that I built ages ago with the fairy lights. I will check out the park later at night as well, so you can see how the lights work and how everything's lit up. There will be a lot of cinematics towards the end, so do look forward to those. And yeah, on the right we have a few shops. We have an information kiosk as well, where you can get like info and stuff like that. This guy and his kids are clipping through the rocks. Do hope he's okay. Got some toilets here and a nice little window that shows you one of the staff bridges across the river back there. I will show you all the stuff that you can't see as a guest later on as well, but right now, yeah, we'll just walk around as a guest would and see what they would see. We also have a little bit of this grassy little picnic area, which is nice. And you see a lot of the foliage that we end up using throughout the park is a lot of these bracken ferns. I use them consistently everywhere. A lot of these white birch plants, and a few beech trees and ash trees and poplars as well. So a lot of very temperate foliage. Moving back over to the right, back towards our flamingos, you'll see we've got a bit of a crowd here. And we've got a bit of a crowd inside too. As you can see, that is a lot of flamingos. Their shelter is really not enough for the amount of flamingos there are. I initially built this habitat for 20 flamingos, and now there is a lot more than 20 flamingos in here. In fact, let's just go inside the habitat, shall we? There we go, we're inside now. You can see we have so many of the flamingos. We have a few young ones as well. They just keep breeding. And if you go down, they have like this bit of a steep incline that leads right down to the water, which is a little bit nice. And let's actually play this for a while and see what sort of behaviors they do. Oh my god, that frame rate is horrendous. Holy cow. But yeah, you can just kind of get a quick view of what they look like just chilling. And you can see a little one just running across there, which is super adorable. But yeah, let's keep it paused because oh my god, that frame rate is the worst thing in the world. Okay, now we've got it paused. Let's continue on our journey through our Bumi Reptile Sanctuary by going here. And over here is the first build we ever did within the game, which is our modern staff center. So you guys might remember this from episode 1 if you've watched that. That was the first thing we ever built, and it kind of set the tone for the rest of the park. It's this big kind of modern stone and glass building with some of these really nice bas relief, I'm not sure what they're called, and the dodo statue which has become quite prominent throughout the park. A lot of our staff buildings are in here, you know, the vet, some of the keeper centers and things like that, so that's where the staff tend to hang out. We do have a second one that I built later on that you'll see later on as well, so that's that. Moving on to one of the other... Oh, actually, let's just quickly check out some of the other stuff near the staff center. Here we have some utilities, which we don't actually need anymore because I turned off the need for utilities. And if you go around the back of the staff center, you find this like lovely grassy thing. And we have a nice little pond here as well, which I thought was such a lovely addition. So it's right behind the staff center, and there's this really nice path that leads over to a rocky little pond, and I think that was just a lovely little addition as well. And here's just a bathroom and another information kiosk, and yeah, that's that. Let's head back to near the front and continue our journey throughout the zoo. Here we are at the greenhouse. So the greenhouse was another one of the early builds we did. It's meant to be an indoor semi-indoor, semi-outdoor kind of greenhouse for both tropical plants and slightly more temperate coniferous plants. So let's go inside and have a look at what that's like. There's a quick sign that says no feeding the animals and to do not disturb the animals. So when you go inside at first, it's you can see there's loads of tropical foliage, bamboo, tamarind trees, scarolas, I think that's what they're called. Some of these Swiss cheese plants, some papyrus, a lot of really lovely plants really. And you can see there's a lot of mist and there's some water bodies in here as well, which are nice. And if you follow along the path, it takes you outside, and outside we actually have some peafowl that live here. So let's click play as well so we can just see some behaviors. The frame rate shouldn't be too bad here because there's not that much going on, but as you can tell, it's still, oh, that's not good. That's still pretty rough as far as frame rate goes. But yeah, you can see the peafowl we have here. You can see all the lovely falling leaves and the temperate foliage that we have outside. And yeah, the peafowl seem to be loving it here. I like that we've come at a quiet time. Usually this area is really crowded and it doesn't look super nice when there's loads of people around. But now that there's not that many people around, it does look quite lovely as well. So let's put it back on pause so we don't kill the frame rate and continue along. Now you can see there's some enrichment for the peafowl here as well, and some food for them. And as you can see out here, it's all really temperate plants and even some colder weather plants like the Scots pine over here. And as we look down, we also have, like, you can just kind of see more of this architecture style that I've been building up throughout the park. A lot of this nice rock work with a lot of modern glass. And a couple of security cameras, which I've not actually continued across the park. I think only a few areas have them. So if you want to play this once you download it off the workshop and use it for yourself, you might want to consider adding a few more as well. Now moving forward, we're back inside into the tropical area. And you can see there's a little bit of a small waterfall here, which is really nice. Let me actually put it in play so we can see it flow, if it lets us. And there you go, that works pretty well. So continuing on, let's head down here. And we're at the lower section, so we can actually exit now from the tropical greenhouse. And as you can see, there's two separate exits here. One leads towards where the Nile monitors are, and one leads here. And this is where we'll go. I'll just kind of head back towards where we started, the plaza, and then turn back so you can see what the alternative pathway is. So if you don't want to go into the greenhouse, you can go along the outside and actually look into the greenhouse from here. I imagine if you just weren't keen on, or if you were feeling a bit claustrophobic and you didn't want to enter, this would be a great alternative. So you can kind of just check it out from the outside and also have a nice view of the nature around here, because we are in a very natural environment. And on our left here, we have our Galapagos giant tortoise, which are also kind of overpopulating, but in this case, it's probably all good because, you know, they need the population boost. They aren't exactly, you know, common in the world. They're pretty rare animals. So here we have a nice little viewing platform, which not many people actually end up using. A few people do, but not many. And it's shaded, so you can just view the tortoises from a nice little shaded environment. And let's just jump into the habitat and check them out. So we have loads of babies at the moment. They're just everywhere. I think there's like 10, 15 babies here, which is pretty cool. They're adorable and so tiny and cute. Look at them, there's so many. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to click play and just have a view of them. And they're so slow, oh my god. I think that one's just having a little bit of a poo, so just ignore that. But there's so many of them and they're so adorable. And there's one of the adults here. You can see they've got some enrichment, they've got some balls and stuff to play with, and they've got some nice shelters, even though the shelter is definitely not enough for them. But yeah, they do seem to be enjoying their habitat for the most part. Once again, if you do download this off the workshop, please do work on the exhibits a bit, because they do need that extra bit of love and care. So let's actually go out the staff entrance here and have a look towards the side and see what we've been walking along. So this is a little bit of a staff shelter, and if you turn to the left, you'll be able to see the river that actually runs across this part of the park and leads to our main lake. So here we actually have a little bit of a dock, and in my headcanon, staff would use the boats to get around some parts of the park and just kind of transport food and other materials for the animals. So I thought that was a bit of a nice touch, and they have these little boardwalks as well, which allow them to just move about a bit easier without having to, drag all the stuff between guest paths and stuff like that. Excuse me while I take a drink of water. Ooh, that's good. Very thirsty today. Anyways, moving backwards a little bit because I don't want to miss anything. So this would be the other exit to the greenhouse that we just came out of, and we did that little bit of a backtrack. And if you turn right from here, you'll come across our Nile monitor habitat, which is one of these slightly more compact ones. It's not the biggest, and it's in a bit more of a little pocket of space. Don't know how to really explain it. It's just tucked away a little bit, so you kind of have to find it. It's not like directly in anyone's field of view, so it's a bit difficult to find. And let's head inside of it to check out our Nile monitors. They've also had a few babies. I think they have 3 babies at the moment, so we got 3 baby Nile monitors. Oh, actually 4. And a couple adults. Let's also hit play and just check them out. Oh no, we've got an important alert. What's happened? Okay, our baby saltwater crocodile has escaped. Let's leave that for now, and hopefully he doesn't eat anyone. I mean, it's a baby, so I doubt he'll do anything, but yeah, let's let's just keep going throughout the park. I will have to pause it again because the frame rate is going to eat us alive. Oh man, actually there might be more than 4 babies here. Oh, actually we might be able to see some cool behavior right now because this monitor is at its feeding, I forgot what these called, the suspended feeders, I think. So he's going to go and take a bite out of that. Let's check that out. Come on. You can do it, my guy. Come on. Come on, little dude. You gonna do anything for us, or are you just chilling? Ooh. Oh no, I think we must have just missed it. He's leaving now. That's okay. Thanks anyway, little dude. We'll leave you be, and we'll continue on our journey across the park. So back off here is, again, that information kiosk. And if we go further out here, this is not really a guest area, but let's have a look anyway. This is the quarantine habitat, so if animals need to be quarantined, or if they're babies that need to be isolated from their parents, here's where you'd put them. It's very utilitarian, very much concrete, and very much just like a very standard tank. So that's how that works, and if you go here, it's the same. So it's split into 2. And again, super utilitarian. I do love these canopies. I think they look really, like, they fit really well. So that's that. And we'll head back out, and we'll go down these stairs here. Not really stairs, it's just a ramp. And we'll take a left. And again, there's more underwater viewing for our Nile monitor. And we're back to our main pathway. Now, if we go just a bit forward and turn right again, we'll enter what I call the wildlife classroom. It's a bit of a sunken area with loads of these wooden chairs and benches and a stage. So in my head, what this would be is, if you've watched the episode, I did explain it a bit more clearly, but it would be an area where zookeepers or presenters can bring up some of the smaller animals on stage and kind of interact with the guest and teach them about the animals. So for example, in this situation, what I imagine they do is bring up some of the snakes, some of the lizards, and have them on these various perches, or even birds if they have any specific types of birds, like owls or things like that, so that they could teach people about the animals in a very intimate setting, so that people get a better idea of what the animals are like and what their relationship is like with the zookeepers and the people who work at the park. So I thought this was probably one of my favorite builds in this part of in the whole park. This is probably one of my favorite builds. I think it came out really nice, and it's something I would personally love to see in more zoos in real life. I've seen a few larger versions, of course, when they do animal presentations and things like that in different zoos, but I was really happy with how this one turned out. Moving forward, we can see our watchtower, which is again one of my favorite builds here. It is huge. It's definitely probably the second biggest structure in terms of square feet of ground area it takes up, but definitely the tallest. And as you can see, it's also meant to be a bit of an information center. And let's head inside. Again, I do apologize for the frame rate. It is, oh boy, I didn't expect it to be as bad as it was, but we're going to push through, and we're going to have some really nice cinematics at the end, which should have a much better frame rate, so do look out for those, and that will show you the full park in all its glory. So yeah, let's go inside, and you'll be able to see that you can kind of sit here, have a coffee, watch some stuff on the screen. There are a couple information kiosks, and again, a coffee place as well that you can get coffee from. So that's very nice, I think. There's an elevator here, which, so if you need wheelchair access, or just lack of a disability access in general, that would be where you go. There's a few staff entrances, and here's some stairs, so let's go up them. So we're on the second floor now, and as you can see, we have a really nice view of the main body of water, our lake, and also a crocodile habitat, which we'll get into in a bit more as well. Here we have the first balcony, so we go through this door. This is a balcony that overlooks some of the other picnic areas, and you can see the Nile monitor habitat from here, as well as a little bit of the crocodile habitat. Excuse me while I take another quick drink of water. Stay hydrated, my dudes. That's super important. Always stay hydrated. Liquid water is the best. So this pair of stairs leads downstairs, that one does too. Let's go further up, and you emerge here. Ooh, having the lift face the stairs is probably not a good idea. But I'm not an architect, so that's what it is. And on this floor, if we go out here, we're onto the second balcony that actually faces, well, everything. You can really see a lot from the second balcony. You can see the crocodile lakes, you can see some of the crocodile viewing areas, and some of the other habitats on that side of the lake. If you look down here, we can see the crocodile viewing platform, and if we go back here, we can once again see the Nile monitor habitat, and the staff center, and the pond, and all the stuff we've just looked at. Yeah, so let's go further up the watchtower. So going further up, once again, now we are in the open area. We're no longer technically indoors, we are on the exposed balconies. So these open air balconies are some of my favorite parts as well, because it gives you a completely unfiltered view of everything. In fact, we zoom in, you can see one of the crocodiles right now in the lake, which I think is pretty cool. And you can see our lovely modern bridge, which I spent one of the mini episodes building, I believe. So that's quite nice. We can see our modern reptile center back there. You can see our Komodo dragon habitat, our Pangolin conservation center, our Arid reptile house, and of course the crocodile viewing area. And you can even see the Gharial letterbox viewing, which is back there. I think this view is probably my favorite. You can just sort of pan around slowly, and you can see all these lovely different habitats. And yeah, you can even see the Boathouse, which is our restaurant. So that's pretty cool, I think. I really like that. And we can actually go much higher. If we go further up, so there's more stairs here, and we're going to go right up to the top, and this one's about the same, so let's go right to the top. So now we are at the absolute top floor, and once again you get an even better view this time of everything. You can see two crocodiles from here actually. You can even see the Pygmy hippo habitat, which we will check out next. And yeah, there's just so much you can see, and I really like the concept of this watchtower. These canopies here are super nice. And back here, we turn around, you get an even better view of the rest of the park. Now, let's head down. Oh boy, I don't think I can actually jump off this building in Tedget Cam, so let's just speed run downstairs. Very quick, very quick. I am not following health and safety rules while running down these stairs. Please do not run downstairs in real life, that would be a bad... What? How did I get back up here? Okay, Tedget Cam is really confusing, but yeah, we're inside now. Just a couple floors left to go. Actually, to be honest, I wanted to do more with this building. I wanted to have like conference rooms and stuff like that inside of it, so that I thought that would be a nice idea. But never ended up doing it. Maybe in the future in a different zoo we'll do something like that. So here we have the crocodile viewing platform right next to the watchtower. So what I did for all the crocodile habitats was, because they have a main body of water and they come back onto land, I included a slightly closer pond, or like a muddy area for the crocodiles to kind of flop around in, with the mud pits and some water much closer to where the guests would be, so they can view them up close. And you can go onto the extended platform and have a look at their habitat from there. So you can have a good view of the crocodile lake from here. There's two actually that you can view. Oh, there's one crocodile really close up actually. So there's one of our crocodiles, our saltwaters. We have 6 saltwater crocodiles in total across 3 different saltwater crocodile lakes. I did add one off screen, I believe. I don't think I showed that in any of the episodes, but I'll show that later on today. It's next to where the Pygmy hippos are. And yeah, I'll leave you with this view for a second while I get another drink of water, because I'm a thirsty boy. I'm a very thirsty boy. It's very... you gotta stay hydrated. Oh man, water is so good, isn't it? You know when you like at night when you're trying to get to sleep and you wake up because you're thirsty and you drink water? Like, that is the best water. Don't you agree? Like, when you're trying to sleep and you have water in the middle of the night, that water is just amazing. It tastes like you're drinking from a glacier. It's incredible. Okay, talking about hydration aside, let's move back onto our main pathway. And I do hope the frame rate isn't too bad for you. It's kind of bad on my end. It comes in and out, but yeah, let's move back here. And if you turn left here, we enter our Pygmy hippo viewing area. So we just have to go straight. And we go down here. And, oop, I'm stuck. How did I get stuck? Oh no, that's not good. Okay, we go down here. And we enter the underwater viewing for the Pygmy hippos. So what you can do from here is you can check out the Pygmy hippos when they decide to come down here. Right now, I'm not sure if anyone is. Any of them are down here. They might all be above ground. We actually do have a baby Pygmy hippo. And oh my god, baby Pygmy hippos are the single cutest organism in the world. And I will not be taking any comments about that because they are. And if you suggest otherwise, you are wrong. Baby hippos are baby Pygmy hippos are the cutest animals on the planet. Like, they just are. Anyways, to the left here as well, next to where the Pygmy hippos are, we are looking at the saltwater crocodile habitat, the third one that I mentioned earlier. You can see over there, Zookeeper's just filled up its restraint feeder. Let's see if we can. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so got a big chunk of meat there for our saltwater crocodiles. And that kind of does it for this end of the park. So now we're going to cross the lake and go over to some of the more complex habitats, which I'm really proud of, I think. These are my favorite builds in Planet Zoo period. So here we see two of our saltwater crocodiles just chilling in the lake. I'm not going to bother hitting play for this because they just kind of float there anyways. They don't do an awful lot. And on the other side, you can also see our saltwater crocodile just chilling over there in the distance. So let's cross over this bridge. I changed this bridge a lot, actually. And I don't mean like the structure, I just mean the path itself, because as much as I like the standard wood path, like the one that looks a bit more orange, I do think it's a bit too orange. So I ended up using the Arctic wood path, which looks a lot better in my opinion. It looks a bit darker and it looks just a bit nicer. So anyways, here we are on the left again. That's the saltwater crocodile habitat. I introduce areas like this. If you can see, that's where there's loads of dead trees and stuff, just to kind of imply that that would be a nesting area for the crocodiles. And yeah, so we can go straight into the boathouse from here. The boathouse is our main restaurant slash food court area. I had a lot of fun building it. We have this really cool glass, kind of inverted glass ceiling, looks a bit like a funnel, where we have a nice little bunch of bamboo growing out the middle, which I really like. And if you go out here to the left, you get this really nice glass observation deck where you can sort of it really immerses you into the habitat because the glass leans forward into it, so you feel like you're really part of the habitat, which I really like the look of. Now we've got some toilets here because everyone needs to pee, and some more restaurants here as well, so you can just get whatever food you like, sit down here. And on our right we have our ostrich habitat, so there's some signs to say don't feed. And here are our ostriches. We'll go inside in a second and have a look at them as well. As you can see, we have I think only one male and 3 females and a whole host of adorable babies. They're so cute, but they keep escaping. I keep trying to like baby-proof these outside rocks and stuff so that they don't escape, but they are such escape artists. They are, these little guys. They just find a way out. So if you do download the map, that's another thing to keep an eye out for. Now, if we go out the back of the boathouse, we can turn down this way and walk down this path here. On the left is just more of the crocodile habitat. But if you walk forward, oh my god, there's so much litter. Come on, guys. Like, zoo guest, please don't litter. What is this? Oh my god. These guys are awful. They're like the worst. Anyways, here's another view of the Pygmy hippo habitat. Now, can't actually see any of them at the moment, so I might try and just go inside and show you. But yeah, this is the second view. You only get 2 views of the Pygmy hippos, as far as I'm aware. So yeah, we're going to just quickly go across the lake, go up here, and this is the Pygmy hippo island. So they get their whole island to themselves. It's all very secluded, and zookeepers, like this guy, they can get here via this bridge. So it looks like a wooden bridge, but actually hidden a staff path under it. So they have to go from the main area across one wooden bridge onto an island, and then another wooden bridge onto the hippo island. So hopefully that made sense. Anyway, so let's look for our hippos, and there we go. There's our... Wait, what? I swear I saw... Oh my god, I swear I saw a hippo here a second ago. I'm going blind. That is... Okay, let's find our hippos. They've got to be around here somewhere, right? Ah, there we go. There's where they are. So we got our mating pair here. There's 2 of them. So there's these two guys. I'm just going to hit play and we can just watch them chill for a bit and just enjoy their behaviors. Oh, there's our baby too. Oh, she's so cute. Oh my god. That is the cutest thing in the world. Look how tiny she is and how round. Oh my god. So cute. I can't deal with this. Oh my god. She's so adorable. I can't function. I just can't function anymore. Let's just watch him for a bit. Yeah, okay. That's just the best. Anyways, I'm going to pause it again because I'm not going to say it again, but yeah. Okay, so now there's... Oh my god, I'm lost in the trees. I actually am having a lot of fun with this live play version of it because I've not done it before, but oh my god, it is such a disaster. But that's not a bad thing, is it? I hope not anyways. Okay, let's head back up here the way we came. So back through here, back to the boathouse. Hopefully all these guys decide to pick up their litter. I have so many caretakers, like to clean up the park, and yet they don't do the job. Come on guys, like really? It's not that hard. Maybe it is, to be honest. There's a lot of guests in here. So now if we were to turn left, we'd go straight into the modern reptile house, but I will save that for later. Instead, let's go up here. So we have a grass path and then we have a wooden path. And if we go here, we enter the viewing area for the Komodo dragons. So they've got this nice canopy, which partially covers their nice little round habitat here. This is, at the time, probably my favorite build. Now that I've built other stuff, I know I can do a little bit better, so I'm not as into it. And yeah, let's play as well for a bit and just kind of watch them do their stuff for a while. There's, I believe, a few babies here. I'm not sure how many. I can see 2, I think. Though one might be a piece of poo, and I can't really tell from this distance. But yeah, we have a few babies, maybe about 4. And we have 2 adults, so that's okay. Actually, we might have more than 4 babies. I'm seeing more now. So, who knows, to be honest? Who knows? And let's keep going. Let's keep exploring the park. So that's a little sign for the Komodo dragons. If you go up here, this viewing area is more elevated. You can look to the left to get a slightly raised view of our Komodo dragons, which is actually really good at the moment. That's a really good view. And if you go here, you can see the outdoor bit of the habitat where I believe that's one. Is that one baby out there? Yeah, there's one baby Komodo dragon out there. So that's that part of the habitat. Once we start going to this part of the park, actually, the paths diverge a lot and there's lots of ways you can walk. So I'm going to take you around the main walkway. So for example, you could walk down here on this grassy path, which will take you around the Komodo dragon habitat, but you won't get a... Like, it's not the nicest path. It's not, like, well made or anything. Like, for example, if you come up here and you go into the gravel bridge, you can see that that path is just like a really basic dirt path. Now let's check out the saltwater crocodile viewing area. So if you go straight onto this gravel bridge, we can go over here, and this is the upstairs bit of the crocodile viewing, so you can view it from above. And this is really plain at the moment. There's nothing here, and I think I'm going to try and keep it that way. Well, I'm not really going to edit this park anymore, but I didn't really want much up here besides just some basic benches. I wanted it to stay pretty tame. And I left more detailed stuff for downstairs. So if we go back onto the bridge, we turn left, I don't know my directions, and then we turn right once again to go downstairs. You can either turn right or left, doesn't really matter, you'd end up in the same place. Watch your head. Bonk. We probably just bonked our heads there, actually. So another thing you might want to change, depending on what you want to do with this park. So here we've got a shop and the underwater viewing for the crocodiles. They actually don't come that close that often, so it's hard to see them. But if they do, this is a really good view for them. And down here you've got some nice little plants and stuff like that. And of course more restaurants, some bamboo in the corner. And it's just a really nice underground viewing area. And you can come out on this side and get your eyes used to the light for a second. And as you can see, this whole area is really densely covered in foliage, so a lot of bamboo, a lot of reeds, a lot of elephant grass. And if you turn left here, you're going to notice that we have this viewing area that's really crowded, and that's for our Gharials, which are, like, in my head, they're a bit, language. They're kind of the stars of the park. Like, they would be the animal that, ooh, they're right here, that's so good, okay. Yeah, in my head, these guys would be kind of the stars of the show. But as far as the game is concerned, the Pygmy hippos have the most appeal. But these guys are definitely the stars for me. Oh, look at them. They're just so beautiful. I'm going to click play so we can just watch them for a bit. And they are gorgeous animals. Ah, so beautiful. Let's just watch them for a second. yeah, I just love them. I think they're great. I think personally they work so well with the game in terms of like just how they look and how they behave. Like I have spoken enough about Gharials in my other videos. Like they're my favorite animal in the game, and yeah, they're just so cool. So let's have a look at all of the habitats. There's 2 habitats, each one with 7 Gharials, which is a lot actually. So we can enter the letterbox viewing area. Very, very simple viewing area, not too much to it. Just shows you a bit more of the Gharial River a bit closer up. And you can see there's this wooden bridge that crosses over the Gharial River, and that actually splits the river in 2, so we have 2 different Gharial habitats. So let's head back out and check out the other one, if I can get past all these people. So yeah, we can just go back here, and we turn left and walk around the outside. And here's the other... Wait, actually, is this the bridge? Yeah, this is bridge access, so I think the bridge might be a bit easier to view them from anyway. So there's another letterbox. Oh my god, okay. We fell off the bridge and we're currently underwater. That's not ideal. Let's get back out of here. However we can. Just to the right actually, now that we're here, I might as well show you another one of these nesting areas with all the broken twigs and logs and stuff like that. And let's go back out here. You know what? Yeah, let's go back across the bridge. And let's not fall into the water this time. Because that would not be ideal. It really would not be ideal. So let's go over here. Ooh, should really tidy up some of these plants to going through the planks, which is, again, not the best. So let's go to here. That's one of our zookeepers. Hope you're on your way to do your job. Anyways, so we're back here, and we just passed where the Komodo dragon habitat was, and on our left here, we actually have our Pangolin Conservation Center, which was another really fun build to do. Though the indoor bit has the Pangolin Cave, which is a blueprint on the workshop if you want to download that. And yeah, that's one of my cooler builds, I think, because it has all these really nice holes that you can look into, and you can see the Pangolin Cave up close without compromising their privacy too much. And our pangolins are actually right there, so let's just play this for a bit and see what they do. The answer is not much. I think that one might be asleep, actually. Are you asleep, little dude? Nah, he's just chilling. He's just vibing, you know, as pangolins do. So let's continue on. I'll quickly show you the outdoor part of the pangolin habitat. This isn't really for people to view. This is just for the pangolins themselves. There's no real viewing area, and so the pangolins have all this space, and they don't really need to worry too much about people kind of invading their privacy. Isn't that right, little dude? Little dude says yes. Okay, so back out the way we came. So you can... There's multiple exits, so there's an information booth here, which I imagine would just be for pangolins. And yeah, we can just head back out here through this bush, and we have a look at our Arid reptile house, which is, you know, one of the more recent builds, and what I did for my 100 subscriber special, well, 111 subscriber special, and it's a really nice building, which I really enjoy. It's very different from the stylings of the other buildings within the park, but I think it remains true to the spirit of Bumi Reptile Sanctuary, and it looks pretty good. Here we have a bunch of our exhibit animals. So here we have... Okay, I'm not going to try to find all of them because they can be very hard to find sometimes. So yeah, just comment below if you actually see them, because oh boy, these guys are tricky to find. Where art thou? Not there. What about you? Ah, that one's right there, we can see him. He's pretty easy to spot. So what's this one? Puff adder? I believe so. And Gila monsters in here somewhere. Anyways, we do have a few, and if you want to look at them up close, please do check out the Arid Reptile House video. And as well, just check out the whole playlist, really, because now we've done with Bumi Reptile Sanctuary. We've really completed all 14 episodes, so each one is dedicated to their respective animal, and you'll be able to see a good view of them up close there. Oh god, these scorpions are going to be impossible to find because they're super tiny. Oh, what? It's right there! Jay, what are you saying? Yeah, so we got a scorpion right there, which is pretty cool. Anyway, so we have the indoor bit for that, and we also have these exposed bit, which directly views the Gharial habitat, so you can see them in the water there. So that's pretty good. It's a good view anyways. What? Am I stuck? I think I'm stuck. Oh my god, am I stuck? Oh no, I'm not. Okay, that was close. Here we have a few more snakes as well, I believe. I don't see him, but I'm sure he's in there somewhere. You know, these guys are tricky to find, but I'm sure they're in there. Anyways, we can exit the Arid Reptile House here. If you turn right, you'll be able to see one more staff center, which is pretty straightforward staff center, nothing too special there. and if you go down that way, you'll get back to the Gharials. And yeah, if you go here, actually, we're going to go into the modern reptile house backwards. So we're going to start from here, which is the invertebrate section. So we have all our inverts here, like for example the Titan beetles and our centipedes and stuff like that. So all of these are going to be really hard to see, so I do recommend you check out the modern reptile house video, which was the last one I uploaded. That'll have close-ups of all these animals, because they're super hard to spot and it took me ages to spot them last time. But yeah, this is the invertebrate bit, and you can see people do seem to be enjoying it to an extent. And then we come out here. This building it took a while to make, but I'm so proud of it. I really love how it looks. We turn left, of course, we're crossing the river. And here, actually, is our Aldabra giant tortoise habitat. So you can see one there. And it's a walk-through habitat. So there's a gate right there near the front of the modern reptile house. And if you enter it, you can walk through the Aldabra giant tortoise habitat. And entering our tropical reptile house, I'm going to play it just because we do have some mist effects that go on. And you can see this is where we keep all our tropical plants and our tropical animals as well. Okay, I'm just going to pause it again. So there's an elevated part which you can walk up. And like you have some nice plants and some of our animals. This guy's just cleaning up the thing. And there should be a lesser Antillean iguana. Yep, there he is. Hello. And some of the big animals here which are easy to spot. So let's head back down and check out some of the others. Let me just have another quick drink of water, actually. Super thirsty. Good old H2O. And here we have the green iguana. We have two of them, and they're pretty easy to spot. You can see one down there. You can see its tail, and it's just facing away. And the other one will be somewhere. Yeah, it'll be somewhere in there. They're just a bit harder to spot than usual. Yeah, that's the other one, just hidden in the back. Anyways, I really like the mist effect because it does give it like a very cool vibe, like you're in a very humid tropical rainforest. I meant it to be quite a dark ceiling as well, so that you feel like you're underneath a forest canopy and you can't quite see as much sunlight as you'd expect. But yeah, that's about it. You've got all these other animals again for close-ups. Do check out the previous website, the previous video, where we go through them in a little bit more detail. Where are our green anacondas? I mean, a yellow one. Oh, there's one up there. What a gorgeous pattern. I do think Frontier did a great job with these exhibit animals. I would like some more different sizes of exhibits and a few more exhibit animals in general. Some other cool ones I think would be like the king cobra, which is a pretty cool animal, or the green anaconda itself. So again, if you turn right, you can of course walk through the Aldabra giant tortoise habitat, which we'll do just really quickly. All you have to do is go through these pair of doors, and they're just chilling. Here's one of the babies, and you can see he's got all this fruit picked up on this bamboo stick. And the adults are chilling around somewhere too. There's one of the adults. And there should be two. I just hope they haven't fallen into the river or anything. And yeah, let's head back out. That is pretty much it. I believe I've shown you every animal now in the game. Not in the game, I mean in this particular park. Back there you can see the ostrich shelter, another picnic area. And yeah, that is about it. So now I'm going to go into the regular view. And I'm just going to show you the park from above. So there we go. So that is the park from above. As you can see, that's where we started in the beginning with the entrance, and then we went forward. Of course, these are all the smaller animals in the more basic habitats, and then you cross the lake where all the crocodiles are, the hippos, and you check out the more interesting, more complex habitats over there. There's lots of foliage I've added just here and there by kind of clustering trees together and then copying and pasting them. Across the outside of the habitat, we also have a woodland trail, so you can cross these bridges and walk through the woods just for fun. And they lead to this kind of slightly more isolated picnic area out here. So if you want to have a picnic, you can come out here. Of course, guests don't, because there's no reason for them to come out there. And you can see most of the park has these rocky/grassy riverbanks. And I try to keep that theme relatively consistent, though I kept it less detailed in certain parts, of course, to maintain performance. But yeah, that is Bumi Reptile Sanctuary for you. Actually, here's a cool place. If you cross the bridges into this island here, there's actually a walking trail. Which is nice as well. But yeah, that's it. Bumi Reptile Sanctuary for you guys. Just quickly, I just want to say thank you so much for all the support for the series. I've had some really great feedback on it. I've learned so much from it about the game, about my building style, about animals. I love talking about animals, and it's just been such a fun ride. So thank you so much for following along with Bumi Reptile Sanctuary. Feel free to download it off the workshop now because it is available and ready for you to explore. I do recommend you play it in, like, without money or anything, because this is not like, you know, a zoo that I considered budgeting for. Like, if you turn on money, we're in the red. Like, we are not making a profit at all. We are hemorrhaging money. So do not try to play this one with money. Just play it as it is. It'll be really fun, I think. And I really do hope you enjoy it. Please do explore the park as much as you like, add more to it, build onto it, send me pictures if you do, or just link me to any videos you might make with the park. So, yeah, it's free for you to enjoy. And I do, again, thank you so much for all the support. It really means the world to me. Now I'm going to leave you with a bunch of cinematics of the finished park of Bumi Reptile Sanctuary, finished, ready to go. And we're going to start our new Planet Zoo project very soon, probably within the next 2 weeks or so. There may be a bit of a dip in videos before I start that one, just because I want to plan a couple of things. But that one's going to be a lot of fun as well. That's going to be my first proper big zoo build, with like a bigger roster of animals, more conventional zoo animals instead of just the reptiles and birds and stuff. And so that's going to be a lot of fun, I think. That's going to be quite a new experience. I do want to lean a bit more into realism with that one as well, so that should be a lot of fun. But thank you so much, all of you. It really does mean the world when I see your comments, your likes, your subscriptions. It really does mean the world. And of course, if you did like this video and this series, please do give it a like, share it if you want, and of course do subscribe for more content. This project has been so much fun. I'm just repeating myself now, but genuinely, Bumi Reptile Sanctuary has been a labor of love, and I did really enjoy this. So yeah, I do hope to see you guys all on the next adventure when we go on to a new park and we start building new things. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!